Hold on. I have to actually just do it. Yeah, there we go. I have to start to put my screen the correct direction, and then they'll promote me.
Oh yeah, you think that's
It certainly
the
is
that's
what
the
happened.
correlation right there, dude?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Me and Jose getting ready to
So
fight.
it looks like Andy got banned and Sebastian got banned.
Wait, Chris, are you and Jose actually playing right now?
I thought that they had to wait another round.
I thought you had to wait another round too. Because if you're playing right now, we're leaving.
Oh, we're gonna 1v1 in league.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, Jose, just play Annie. You're gonna win.
Have fun.
Speaking of which, while this is, I said we were getting ready, you fuckhole.
Ah,
yeah,
I'm
getting
so sorry.
ready.
Yeah,
like we're getting ready. Like we're shuffling our cards as we speak.
Yeah, that's. That's. Yeah, you're right, man.
That's what we thought that meant.
Yeah.
You know, if I search Jimmy John's, my computer's like, you mean Subway? Like immediately.
What?
That's the first Google result. Like the first Google result is fucking Subway. Like those are not the same thing.
They're not even remotely close. Oh, I've already got Church winning 2-0. Ah, that stinks.
In there. Easy. Do.
All right, boys. Prediction is live. Clint Church Badger versus Ryan
Okay.
Field. The Red Riot
so
game
we've-
versus Rochester CCG match.
So we got Raptor versus Terry. Interesting. I am. Very curious. Mapo tofu is pretty legit. I had that the other day.
All right. So, we've already got a win condition in Terry's hand, as well as a defense condition on Terry's board. And so all we have to do now is try and figure out how to survive Raptor's onslaught with having 2 assets and 2 foundations out. It seems pretty rough.
This is. I don't know. This feels like Terry has to play like the longest game ever to hopefully get this to work.
Yeah.
And not just die.
Or get very lucky.
Sure.
Yeah. We have to figure out how to deal with that Showtime.
Yeah, no shit. Showtime's a big issue. Just like everything itself is kind of an issue here.
Yeah.
So this should need 2 to pass, right?
This might be the technology for how to beat Terry is just play Raptor.
Just throw like a fucking shit ton of stuff at him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Terry, will you start the game over, actually? I'm going to owe my once per turn on my character and then destroy this for +2 damage. So, sorry, dude. You actually just don't have a staging area.
Right? Like, must suck to suck, bud.
Yeah. How about you play the gray ones like the rest of us? Oh, somebody's having to read nailed it. They don't know what that card does.
Dude, it's a good one.
It is a good one. What's your belt buckle?
And that, I think it just says UFS.
Oh, okay. It does look like a control check.
Yeah, one of them, it definitely says UFS. It's supposed to say UFS at least.
That's fair.
Whether or not it does is up for discussion, I suppose. Holy shit, that's for 50.
Ain't it?
It sure is, it's a 50 damage attack.
Do you
All right,
remember?
I'll take 50.
Ouch.
Isn't that too much? Did I do some 6, 10, 13? Should
You be at
he
16.
16?
Where's the extra 2 coming from?
Might have just been a mistake.
Nice.
All right. Our powerful math skills have really come in handy here.
Set myself to 27 in my head. Funny.
Smart. Makes sense. I think Sebastian's only 27 life, so maybe he's just been like, all right.
People have been letting him
timer
play
ends after
Sebastian
game
all day?
1.
Crazy.
Maybe. Probably not. I think even less people want to play against that deck.
Man.
So I guess if we're not ever able to block, we lose the game, huh?
Yeah, and we just, as Raptor, we just blow everything up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Thrilled to Eat You. Like, any flash attack. Okay, he doesn't even care about Thrilled to Eat You. He said, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I think he grabbed it. He touched it right after. It's like, shit.
Yeah. He said, it's fine. It's fine. Base damage is cool with me.
Yeah. Why not build a 0 low block? I mean, you should have built it, but he thought he was going to be able to block something. Right? But it's a 3 low, so you just you don't get the block against Raptor with a 3 low. Not when you've got the 0 low in your hand.
No way. Absolutely no way.
Yeah. I thought he scooped up his cards.
Yeah, I guess I am particularly curious about the Terry into Raptor matchup. I think it's pretty good for Raptor. Like,
Yeah.
just because like Raptor is, even if you respond right with Terry and bring one in, Raptor can just destroy the foundation you committed. Like,
Correct.
it seems pretty not great, to say the least, you know?
Yeah. And constantly keeping Terry down a foundation with like being able to pop up like shredders and such. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty bad for Terry.
and like we said before, Showtime just literally washes his entire win condition combo. Like, hey, either don't get the momentum or you don't get multiple X. So like, yep, got me. Hey, we got the block. Commit, move it down, take the 1, draw a card.
Man, it still sucks. Like, it still doesn't feel great.
What?
Like, just you built it back in, right? But
Yeah.
like, you're just still gonna be losing so many resources just to be doing anything at this
Right.
point.
Yeah.
And that feels awful.
Yeah. How do you feel about the the Astaroth Foundation? You spotted it in one of Church's other games.
It seems pretty memey, but
It
Hey,
does make
man.
your Hurricanes of Death really big in the early
Yeah,
game.
your Hurricane of Death does become for 75 as opposed to 65. You know, it gets a little bit extra stank on it. Jesus Christ.
Crazy how we're just gonna build again. Yeah, you or not? Is he just gonna try and kill him? You have one foundation. What are you doing?
Fuck it. Hope it works out.
Hell yeah, man! Let's give this thing 4 damage.
Absolutely absurd.
What, to block this?
No, it's just like, man, this is just not going well.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's going about as not well as it possibly could, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's going big bad.
I mean, he has to check a 5 here, right? He's got to check a 5 and then a 5, and then he's got wow, opts to play this on the 6? 5, 6? What a weird line. And then play the low block on a 4? Nah, I think I don't think Ryan is throwing this game, but I certainly just don't think that he's making the correct moves. And I actually think the issue with this line is that I think he should have made the correct move to be made was actually not picking Terry. Right? What are the other decks Ryan has, right?
He's got Terry. He's got Sebastian. I don't recall the third. Let's go take a look. Let me see what we got here. Ryan Field's third deck is Shiva.
Huh.
So maybe he just felt like both those matchups are really bad for Raptor. But like at that point, don't you just ban Raptor instead of Cowboy Andy?
Yeah, because I'd rather fight Andy. I mean, his speed pumps are nothing in the Earth deck, right? Maybe he's afraid of getting blown out before he got his defenses up, but against Raptor, you just don't get to have defenses either way. Doesn't matter what turn it is. Yeah, I think Ryan picking not getting rid of the Raptor might have been the downfall of this match.
Absolutely.
Shiva is good into Raptor. I mean, you did technically win that top cut because of Shiva Raptor and a gnarly cage fighter. This is very fast. this is a 9 for 5.
9 for 5 is pretty good. Okay, so we're making it not a flash attack. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Interesting. Very interesting, in my opinion.
To make this one not the flash?
It just doesn't actually do anything because he still played a flash attack.
Right.
So, like, all he's going to be able to do is flip over to make it printed speed. And then, like, you're probably still dead, right?
Yeah. It really depends on what gas we can find from our heal by shaman triggers.
Absolutely.
Although we do have another heal by shaman in our hand, so it's possible we just don't want to get rid of that. But Terry's at 9, so it's not that big a deal. Terry's at 8.
Rue.
Yeah. All right, so it gets a 2 damage coming in. We respond with the mind triggers first, right? We've got 13 cards left in deck.
He's just so unbelievably dead.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where I understand you want to like play it out, but to me this feels like such an unbelievably like futile thing to do where you could just like go to next game and go first.
Right.
And hope your build's better, right?
Hey, Hurricane of Death. And that card kills everybody. And there's no way we can fail it. Yeah, we do have a 0 low block. But it's going to be for... Even if it's 6 speed, I mean, we could pass it if it's only for the 6, right? Otherwise, we get nailed it. I guess we actually get to block the Hurricane of Death. Unless we block this one, which was the craziest choice that was just made.
I don't know.
Yeah, because, I mean, Hurricane of Death...
Ah, you called it, dude. Cataclysm. Yeah. Cataclysm is born. Just taps to make Hurricane of Death a huge card.
Right, and now we just don't even have to worry about this. Even if we, oh no, we definitely pump speed with Raptor because Nailed It only grabs one. Nailed It only readies one.
Yeah, you're still technically like +1 speed there.
Right. Yeah. So Terry lost. Nice. Oh, I guess we do have the shield, right? The shield from hand could block on a 6, 7. Could block on the 7. I mean, he checks a 5 here. Oh, just kidding. It's an 8, 9. No, he's not. I forgot about the +2 speed from Raptor.
Omega Sword could do something here, right?
No, it's on a 9.
Oh yeah, be on a 9. Yeah, +2
Yeah.
speed. On a 9, needs to check a 6. If he plays them.
I mean, he might.
Nope.
But that's
all right.
not it.
Next game. Go into the next one.
I have to sit up straight now.
Posture check.
Posture check. Everybody at home, check that posture. Sit up. Do a stretch.
Dude, I should see if my Jimmy John's is here. Actually, I didn't even think about that. That's not. Okay.
Whew.
That'd been scary. It's just been sitting on my porch this whole time.
some dog comes out and gets it.
We hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we've got all 10 cards going in the sideboard to go fight Raptor. Ominous Prophecies coming in. What else do we sideboard to beat this deck? Under the Earth symbol. Take out some of our enhances for more responses.
You just hope that you have enough copies of Astute Observer in your side deck to not lose the game and get them out early enough.
Yeah.
Like, Astute Observer helps because he can't blow up your things then, right?
Right.
Like, you can either tap the Astute Observers and that'd be the only thing he tries to destroy, or you literally get to selectively, like, pick foundations pretty much, and they come into play ready. So you could, like, chain through your, you could chain through your Astute Observers if there's multiple of them in the discard pile.
Yo, you know what would be hot?
Super good.
If,
What would
like,
be hot?
so if this format actually, like, kept up, right? If this is, like a real format from now on.
Sure.
Could you imagine putting something like, as Terry 1, putting things like Shokin Prince in your sideboard just to fight Raptor?
Interesting.
Right? Because, like, normally that would never happen. But if you know that, like, your worst matchup is Raptor, and Shokin Prince absolutely demolishes Raptor, like, it'd be interesting to see if, like, choices like that are made because of
Sure.
how the deck building then becomes. It'd be interesting.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think I necessarily agree with it, but I could see it.
Yeah, or not even necessarily that specific of an example, but like examples like it of what cards become more prevalent because of the
tech pieces.
Yeah.
Because of what is good in the meta.
Right.
Sure, I could see that.
If the format persists, I'll play TKS Tax next time. Promise.
TK stacks, dude. Tim Keefe stacks, dude.
Okay.
Stack Tim Keefe.
All right.
Do they all share a symbol?
No.
Oh,
no, they don't.
that's awkward. Huh. Huh. We hate that.
Yeah. I just didn't want to do a 2-hour match with a water pool flood misery. Yeah, I feel that, man. Plus, if you're here playing games, who's out? Saving playtest.
Also, you didn't have 2 hours to play anyway because your rounds were timed.
Okay. This build looks like an average build for Terry. But going first, it might be the thing that saves him because he gets an extra
If it's
3
better
foundations.
than 1 card like he had last time, that
Yeah.
seems ideal. And here's where we're gonna see that turn one leg shredder. That okay, never mind. Fine.
As hot as that play is, I'm just not sure it's needed. You know, like Raptor. Even after this build, Raptor's in control of this game. It's like he's got Shaman, he's got Feels Good to Be Bad, he's got Girl Like Any Other. He gets the block and break or whatever Terry throws.
One leg shredder, dude. Terry has once again ripped into a hand where he doesn't even get to build that many cards, which sucks.
Yeah. Although flipping this healed is pretty good.
Yeah, flipping the healed is extremely good. That is extremely helpful.
Yeah. Discards top 3 just to get him off the top of the deck. We don't necessarily care about the speed here.
Well, I guess Kopikin is a good side deck option too. Can get rid
Yeah.
of Flash with that. I just saw him flip one.
Just takes the 4. He's like, it's fine. I have 3 attacks in my hand. These kill you. Opts to go for another throw attack. Raptor has no assets. Just gives it an extra 3 damage though, which is good. Yeah, one of the mind games you have to play with against Terry 1 is in the current iteration of Terry, the way that he works is it's like this slow, methodical build out, play huge multiple, kill you deck. But like,
Yeah.
As somebody who's played against a lot of Terry Bogard, it's
no
kind
shit.
of if you block, you better block the last thing, or else you better block everything,
Sure.
right? Especially when you're tossing them on throws. There was a while for there that I was trying to get Miles to just play an Earth throw deck with Terry and be like, hey man, if you block this, it's fine. If you don't block this, it's fine.
Right. It's fine either way for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Destroy the Hell's Reach?
Yeah, I think that's one where you kind of like safely destroy it. Okay, actually, yeah, Bakery doesn't do anything, right?
Correct. Yeah.
It's probably fine. Bakery doesn't do anything unless you get other pieces to to take away Flash.
Correct. Yeah.
So at least Hell's Reach on your turn can be defensive, or if you have to commit it on an attack, you can untap it so that you don't like necessarily lose.
How's
anything.
it feel, punk?
Yeah. I mean, he gets to destroy a face-up ready foundation, right?
Yep.
So he's destroy his agile. Wow, poggers,
Have a little taste of your own medicine.
poggers, you
That's
did it.
Fucking funny.
Poggies. Did he just not respond on Raptor on that first attack?
I don't know. I think
I guess he didn't because there's no cards removed from the game, right? So these are the first 2 cards removed from the game.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess
Weird to not just give it speed arbitrarily, right? Like it's not gonna. You're not killing him this turn. You're just going for a poke.
Right.
Unless you were like, I don't want him to use Nailed It, so he can block the thing.
Yeah.
Nailed It was incoming, but I just don't think that really matters that terribly much, right?
Right.
Probably should have reversaled. Yeah, Cryptic Needle on the reversal would have been actually a really good idea. I don't know why he wouldn't do that. Actually,
He's
now
allowed
that
to
I'm
play it right
looking-
now.
Oh, it's true. His character's committed. He can just do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's
He is just allowed to do that.
+1 into the. Yeah.
It's on a 4 no matter what, and you aren't blocking. I guess that's fair, yeah. It doesn't really matter when you play it.
All right. So Phil, tell me about. Kedium? Kedium 74 or 47 in the chat says nailed it ward coming. You know a lot about the card nailed it. Explain to me what a nailed it war is.
I mean, nailed it could just respond to your opponent responding with nailed it. So like, eventually you guys have to like stop. Somebody has to decide when to stop responding. Pretty much you either just untap everything or you just draw a bunch of cards. But like, well, I guess we're just going to avoid that entirely because nailed it is no longer on the field. But yeah, there are instances where like if both players play nailed it enough, you can keep responding off of each other's nailed it's, which will either draw you a card or untap a foundation every time. But also, like, if he's trying to kill him this turn, he could use that nailed it to tap something as well. He could have done that where he tapped like the girl like any other. So there was no speed reduction.
Yeah.
And he could have tapped like his Hell's Reach and then untapped Hell's Reach, and it would have been perfectly fine. But nobody really does that. And it doesn't seem like... it feels like a lot like people overlook that ability, in my opinion.
We play the multiple here. We play the multiple here on a 7. Because even if we check a 3, we tap everything, and then we have
Breaker 2, by the way, or what?
Oh, sorry, might be.
Wait, I was like, we play it on a 9?
might be. Huh.
I mean, we can.
I mean, the other option was just to whip the Chirito out, right?
He could have led with it, yeah.
Yeah. The 2 cards in hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Okay. Still feels terrible, huh?
Yeah, that's not great, dude. This is huge, right? If he checks for the shield.
Yeah.
It's for lethal if he checks the shield. And now he can't fail the shield check.
Yes.
Because it's gonna be 9, right? That's lethal.
Huh.
Nice.
Cool.
He worked his way out of it through the breaker. Very good. It seems, yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was the cleanest line, but he kept getting to consistently poke him with throws, and that's not bad at all.
And he made a way better play than Tamara Cardwell, and that's what matters.
Yeah, you were like, what if we just throw this on a 9? What if we just throw it? It's fine.
It's fine.
He did have the option of just playing the multiple, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Because then he has to block pretty much all of them. And the second and third one are progressively stronger. So he has to have 3 full blocks.
How much?
And he only had 2 blocks. So
how much life
free.
did he start the turn at? Do you remember?
9?
If it was 9, he had.
He could have taken the first attack and it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have taken the first attack and it just not mattered at all. Actually, the multiple was wrong. Yeah. That's a good point.
Ooh, easy
builds.
Well,
he would have died for what it's worth because he only had a high block or a mid block and a low block, so he would have died.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Hindsight
it is
being
correct
2020.
to assume that he wouldn't die there if he's holding double lows.
By
the way, fucking Church's hand is nuts.
Yes, it is, and Ryan's is not.
Did Ryan mulligan, or is he just holding these extremely greedy hands?
Yeah, it honestly might just be his ratios, right? Because like these are just consistent hands that we're seeing. It's not like we're seeing. He might have. Obviously, a Terry deck has more assets than normal, but he might be kind of overloaded, right?
Sure. I think the best Terry decks keep it around 10 or less. You really don't need all the assets, despite it being a deck that like does really well with assets. Like it is very easy for him to just have like 10 very good assets to rely on and not overdo it.
For sure.
Especially like if you're overdoing it, then your ratios get messed up and you move on from there. It is admirable for him to want to play like the card with Sean O'Brien on it.
Pull my trigger.
It's very admirable. It also does give you a little bit more of a late game carry presence, right?
Yeah. But into the Raptor matchup, like honestly, I would like. I don't know how many foundations we have in our sideboard, but I would have just pulled them all in, even if they're not useful. Because like we have to build against this Raptor deck. Like we have to.
Sure. And we should be looking at like astute observers and stuff anyway. So if we're not, that's just kind of a mistake in my opinion.
Agreed. Man, double girl, wandering pirate, heal by shaman. What a crazy opening 4 cards.
You'd say there's an extremely greedy thing that we're looking at here. Yeah, I don't know. I would hope to see astute observers come in and stuff like that to prevent some of this destruction, but it doesn't seem like he's cited anything in, like even pursuing a vendettas or something to that effect to help offset some of this.
Right. And the question is like what could have been cited in, or what's Terry Bogard afraid of instead of what's happening on the Raptor board?
Judge call and Tim is rebooting. Well, I think he was rebooting Steam. Or not Steam, the stream, rather.
Yeah.
I think is what he was talking about. If he's rebooting his computer, I mean, all they have to do is just hang out and wait. It's not like too terribly bad of a thing.
Or they're just going for it.
Okay, so what it looks like by him negating the speed pump is he's going to try and Cormorant block and get his Cormorant back, right? Like, assuming that goes well, he shouldn't really lose anything this turn.
He'll get a foundation.
It has to go well.
I mean, we've got a kneecapper in our hand. I would play this even on the breaker, right?
Sure. I mean, you're gonna but I guess that's like your hope though. If you're Terry, right? You're trying to keep yourself a little bit safer,
right?
And possibly he might even opt to block with the pulled my trigger, which would only be a half block, but he would destroy one of his opponent's foundations and hopefully offset him just a little bit.
Right. Opts to go for the Cormorant block. Oh,
best check he could possibly get on the Cormorant block.
That's so good.
Gets his Cormorant back, draws a card. Breaker 2. So we're clearing our card pool. We're playing Superior Technique on a 6. Checks a 5.
Yeah.
Never punished. Always lucky.
Neat. Draws 2 extra. We could. I mean, we play a foundation, or we play the attack just to blow up the committed foundation, and then we could just build and live with ourselves.
And honestly, this is something that I'm not seeing from a lot of the players today so far, is there is no real answer to big card draw.
Right.
Have you noticed, like, I'm seeing caught red-handeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not seeing any venomouses. We're not seeing any trained by the streets.
Right.
We're not seeing any from other Russias. Like, we saw esoteric yoga in Tim's deck. We saw caught red-handed in Tim's deck. And I think we've seen a couple other caught red-handeds maybe floating around here and there, but there is not these answers to draw that could really. And honestly, I think it might have only been Tim Keep's decks that we've watched that have had the anti-draw cards, because we've seen his Athena twice. But like, everybody's playing Superior Technique. People got Trinity Geysers in their deck. People have a lot of these cards that are drawing cards or adding cards to their hand, and they're just like, it's fine.
I know Jeremy, as we popped right into his match on the life symbol.
Did he just not destroy something for some reason?
Yeah, I guess not. I guess he.
Okay.
And that's why we're playing the second attack. We had to get rid of something. Funny. Now Jeremy had 2 caught red-handeds in his on his board as he was dying.
Yeah, Bromley and Jose, I was trying to say that nicely without giving away every single card in your guys' decks. I know you guys are playing them because you guys, like, I've talked a lot with you guys about your decks, but I didn't want to be like, haha, just kidding. Don't play your draw cards against Bromley. That motherfucker loves Venomous.
They get to look at deck lists, but...
True.
No.
Drew, they see the deck before you play it, but that doesn't mean they have brain cells, Jose. Jesus. Clowns.
Hey, congrats on top seed, Jose, by the way.
Yeah, great job doing it. Well, I guess Raptor really just decided this is the turn he was going to do 1 billion damage, huh?
Church
Everyone
wanted a
has
lunch
banned
break
Yoshi today,
for
so
sure.
maybe they do have brains. No way, dude. Everybody has banned Yoshi because they don't want, like, they didn't. That means they didn't ban your Tim Keefe, dude. Oh.
Everybody's banned Yoshi because you literally are like, oh, this is what my Tim Keefe deck does, and here's what my Cassandra deck does. But secret, here's my Yoshimitsu. I won't tell you what Yoshimitsu does. Lol, lol, lol.
Yeah, that is true. That is exactly what
And so
you
they're
said
like,
in the video.
I don't want to try to figure that out. I get it. Geyser goes burr. That's fine. I'm listening. So yeah, Terry Bogard, for the third turn in a row, plays an attack. Just kidding. I thought he was gonna build. What a weird one to flip. You flipped the shaman there 100 out of 100 times, right?
Bromley, has anybody talked to you about why they're banning your Mill Yoshimitsu deck, or are they just banning it because they know you only know how to play Yoshimitsu?
Good point. Yeah, crazy that we didn't flip the heal by shaman.
I hope they just ban it. Yeah, dude, they don't know what it does. They're just like, we're fucking banning this shit. This guy only plays Yoshimitsu. We gotta get it out of here. All right, we finally are maybe gonna have foundations. We played
Crazy.
Okay, we just aren't.
I don't.
We actually don't have foundations. I lied to you.
What's Phil? Can
I
you
am
walk
gonna
me through
go
the
and
thought
look at
process?
this. I'm gonna go look at this Terry deck again to confirm how many foundations are actually in it.
Why did we not build the Dark Side of Karma there?
I don't know, dude.
Like, I get he's got a 1 low block, but like from science he's got a 0.
You're hoping to
for
block
some
2
crazy
attacks, which I don't think is gonna happen anyway.
Right. You don't get to speed hate.
Technically, he can. I mean, he could seal it and then rake
Yeah,
Guardian, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But if we have it enhanced on the Guardian, then I would just pick up the cool asset, right?
One low block and it lets you bring it down. Yeah, but he's not really gonna have the ability to be like doing that, you know? He's actually kind of in a bad position in that regard.
So like we're at 1 life now, and anything that touches me kills me. On the 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. And game. I guess, yeah, Raptor gives it extra speed. So this is on a 7. Okay. Let me go. Church is like, I would like to have more gas.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just go get a 3 difficulty attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if this can't be blocked, which is completely unlikely since it literally cannot be blocked,
Right.
you just kind of lose.
Hey, he's just going through the correct lines.
Wait, I'm
On a
if
7?
if you're gonna block this thing, the second thing is called, right? Why not seal it and make it -3 speed?
Yes. He probably just assumed that he was just going to check well, which is just
but,
a poor assumption.
If he does that and he doesn't, like, if he gets the block and doesn't have to commit everything, he can potentially block the second one, and then Church would fail his next card. His next check was a 3 check.
Yeah.
It's like a really greedy line where you're like already struggling to survive because you for some reason don't play foundations.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, congratulations to
Yeah,
Church
great job,
for
Church.
taking it.
Great job, Church. Great job, Ryan, for getting this far also, because this is we're technically in the last 8 people left, you know.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%.